afternoon and welcome to the Rotary Club of Milwaukee's Thursday snack program. Well, we call it a snack because it's a little bit different than our Tuesday program, and there's a bit less to it. You will find it to be less formal than the Tuesday programs, as there's no pledge or invocation or club business, and it lasts about 30 minutes. Of course, you can still count on the high quality program that you expect from Rotary. Typically, we will feature a member of Rotary or a Rotary connected organization with ideas pertinent to how we're living today. And today we will welcome Meg McKenna, who is the Director of Partnerships at Visit Milwaukee, to talk about Giving Fest. But before we get there, I want to say that next week we're going to welcome Angie Tornes, who is with the National Park Service, who's going to talk to us about some of the local treasures we have from the National Park Service here in our area. Let me tell you a bit about Meg before we start. And Meg has been the Director of Partnerships at Visit Milwaukee for 8 years. She's a proud Marquette undergrad and law school alum. She practiced civil litigation for many years following graduation in 1992 and left the law practice to stay home with her children. Little did she know that precious time at home would lead her to the next career path. She and her husband started an entrepreneurial online parent resource website called MilwaukeeMoms.com and grew the audience to the point where it attracted the notice of the Journal Sentinel. The Journal Sentinel purchased MilwaukeeMoms.com in 2006. Meg worked inside the Journal for a few years, representing MilwaukeeMoms.com and the Journal interactive line of products. Following these years, Meg revitalized the Wauwatosa Chamber of Commerce as its executive director before moving to Visit Milwaukee in her current role. Meg would like you to know that at the heart of the twists and turns of her career is her love of connecting people and growing relationships and spotting gaps in the marketplace of ideas. So we're very, very pleased to have Meg join Rotary in 2020, and we're very pleased to welcome her today to talk about this really cool program that Visit Milwaukee's got up and going. So welcome, Meg.
Thank you, Mary, and thank you everybody for joining today. I'm going to share my screen now and just turn off my camera, and then I'll pop back on for any questions that you guys have following a couple slides that I have. Okay, so do this. Hopefully, all right. Can everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so hi everyone, and thank you for this opportunity to talk with you about a special virtual event festival we've started at Visit Milwaukee, which is running now and all the way through the end of February. It's a festival of virtual events, and which is bringing together over 100 virtual event experiences from our wonderful hospitality business owners, the arts community, nonprofits, and small businesses for you and your family and your friends to choose from that will entertain or educate you or both. We've asked each event host to have a ticket sale component or a donation acceptance component so that they're able to earn some revenue and keep them going and sustain them through the COVID winter months. So as Mary said, my name is Meg McKenna. I'm the Director of the Partnership Department of Visit Milwaukee. Visit Milwaukee is a community asset in the Milwaukee metro area. Our team works to enhance the prosperity and the public image of Milwaukee as a tourist and meetings destination. We develop strategic partnerships and we drive economic impact and deliver expertise to the hospitality industry and municipalities. We're a member-based trade association for businesses and organizations that want to be a part of meetings and events industry and reach customers enjoying all the wonderful things to eat and drink and shop and do all over Milwaukee. We have over 700 partners, 25 of which are corporate partners. They all benefit from the Visit Milwaukee team's unique expertise about tourism and meetings, but they also help us win business and also attract visitors because they offer special experiences that help in the winning of those conventions. A great example of this was an experience that we were able to deliver to the DNC client team coming through and scoping out Milwaukee before the bid was won. We brought them over after a big tour around town, a day on, touring the town for the assets they would need for their meetings, and capped it off with a really amazing experience at Lake Park Bistro. And the experience was so over the top that it assisted us in, really clinching the deal. So, with that, that awareness, we know how special our businesses can be. That's why it's a partnership and not just a membership, because it's a give and take sort of a relationship. It's, it's bilateral, not unilateral. And that includes the small local shops, the restaurants, the art galleries, the live music venues, at the bars in our neighborhoods that are really special. All of those make Milwaukee really a very rich experience for our visitors. We know by traveling other cities that Milwaukee really offers a very special local owned hospitality experience in Milwaukee. So we need these businesses to survive the challenges of COVID, because we need to continue to remain a very rewarding experience for our visitors when they come to see us here. In a typical non-COVID year, our marketing team aims nearly the entirety of its messaging outside the Milwaukee market to attract visitors and their dollars to visit Milwaukee and spend their money here, ideally while staying overnight in an accommodation. But with COVID and people's desire to stay close at home, we've pivoted like everyone else, and we're working to inspire our local community to support great hospitality businesses in their time of need. Giving Fest is a series of over 100 virtual events hosted by these local hospitality businesses. The purpose of Giving Fest is for us and the community to rally around the hospitality community and provide support in this incredibly difficult time. Visit Milwaukee is giving the first 50 events that uploaded their virtual events to our calendar site on January 15th, $1,000 to use any way they'd like, or they can use it to help promote the event. We're excited to see a ton of events already uploaded, and just as an example of some of the events we've got, for example, Ruby Tap in Wauwatosa is offering a Meritage blending class tonight at 6 p.m. The Florentine Opera will be performing a special program tomorrow. Kilwin's Chocolate Store at Bayshore is having a Valentine's event. Untapped Tours is hosting a trivia night, and many more. So again, we have over 100 events all signed up and waiting for your support.
Hey, Meg, this is Mary. I just want to, did you intend to stay on that first screen? Or
nope, just switched.
Oh, good. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I knew you had other slides.
Thank
so.
you, Mary. Yeah,
Okay.
my bad. All right, cool. So, so now we're going to show you some examples of how we're working, how Visit Milwaukee's team is positioned in their PR relationships to score earned media to support events in the community when we, and this really helps us at times like this, when we're working to give assistance to our businesses, we can leverage the relationships we have with media throughout the local community. So we have a paid and an earned media plan that supports Giving Fest throughout the entire time up through the end of February. So we go on weekly. This is Lindsay McKee here that you see in the Visit Milwaukee logo shirt. She's from a great representative of our PR team, and it's her weekly appearance on TMJ4. So they're giving us earned media support. And then here's some other examples here in the headlines of some of the other medias that have assisted us and picked us up to throw some support behind this too. Again, the goal is to give us all a way to have some fun or learn something, but also be throwing a little bit of money at these businesses. It's like you can only eat so much takeout right before you've exceeded your calorie capacity. Here's another way for us to find ways to give to the businesses, and they're able to show us some of the fun things that they can offer in terms of classes or just some fun. So we'll also be working with CBS 58 and Fox 6 And then we'll be promoting all of the events individually through our social channels. And we'll be putting money into a paid social campaign. We hope that by talking about all the events to these channels will increase attendance, and then therefore we'll be throwing revenue to sustain our great businesses and organizations. Here's some of the examples of our media partners. So this is, again, it's a formal media plan, leveraging the partner relations that we look to develop throughout the course of the year. So we're really excited to be working with 88.9, which is always such a great media partner. We have billboards coming to us from Lamar. We have 99.1 The Mix. Bubbler Bike Share is throwing some additional promotion up on their bike share stations. Fox 6, Biz Times, 620 TMJ, Wisconsin Public Radio, iHeartMedia, On Milwaukee, the Business Journal, Urban Milwaukee. I'm getting everyone on board with an earned media, but then we are also doing a paid media promotion too. And then these partners came in and almost doubled our value. So they put some skin in the game to help out. So then here's a look at some of the creative that we've developed. And then you'll see here with this arrow that we've also got a video. We did all the design in-house using our own team so that we could save money and then make certain that that money gets directly to the businesses we're looking to support. We kind of leveraged the holiday season of giving campaign that we did around the holiday time to morph it right into the next campaign, this Giving Fest. You can find Giving Fest that I'm talking about just by Googling it. I Googled it right before I came on today's program, and it was for me the top search result just by typing Giving Fest in my Google search box. But to go directly to it, just go to the Visit Milwaukee page, visitmilwaukee.org, and then /Giving Fest, and it'll take you to the page that you see here. This is the landing page on our website. And then to go straight to the events, just go to this Find This Events page, and then you'll come to this page here. And this is an example of the display that you'll see on our calendar pages that will give the descriptions and the links to register for the events that you're interested in doing. I want to say too that it wasn't just an initial upload of events. There'll be events coming on board all the way through the month of February too. So keep checking back if you don't see something that interests you right away. And we'll be continuing to call out to our partners to feel free to upload more events. They're very excited about it. I've had many partners already ask me, is it okay if they do more than one event, which of course we encourage. Here's an example of some of the events that, just a rough example, not in any way exhaustive, but on an ongoing basis, you'll see that the entities are like the Milwaukee Public Museum, the Domes, DanceWorks, Story Hill BKC Restaurant is doing champagne and sparkling wine 101. And then you have date-specific events. So it's really very varied. Again, we have over 100, and we encourage you to just browse through and donate as much as you can. So just to sum up, I would say there are 3 ways that you can help us. You can buy tickets and donate to any of the event, or buy tickets and or donate to any of the entities that are having these events and participate in Giving Fest. You can help, number 2, you can help us spread the word about Giving Fest. And if you are connected with a company or an organization that has a platform for sharing this sort of information, a newsletter, or maybe a portion of your web pages or your social media, and you want to help promote, we have the graphics ready for you. We have text ready for you to share. I just need people to let me know when I can get it sent over. And then the third way that you can help us is if you know of a business that you think would benefit by participating in Giving Fest, just send them to me, My email address is my first initial and my last name, so it's mmckenna@milwaukee.org, and I'll be happy to get them all connected up with how they can also register an event and participate in Giving Fest. So that's basically an overview of that. Thanks in advance for your support for all our businesses, and thanks for an opportunity to talk with you today. Any questions?
Steve, did you want to ask your question in person? There's not too
Yeah,
many
Meg,
people on the
I'm
call.
just curious, where do you get your funding for this particular project?
So this funding comes from money that we had set aside and was meant to be spent during the DNC. And we felt that like we were brainstorming on what is the best way to return the money to the community that would have benefited from the DNC coming in the summertime. So, and what would be equitable. So this is the result of those deliberations.
Thank you.
It looks like fun. I mean, I think I want to sign up for ravioli classes at Glorioso's. That looks like it would be very good.
Yeah, I was just going to say too, our PR director here signed up for cooking classes with Lazy Susan, a really sweet restaurant over in Bayview, and she was teaching Costa Rican dishes, and she said that there was about 25 other people on the virtual event call, and it was just an amazing experience. So she was really glad to be able to participate. We encourage the businesses to really be creative, not necessarily, I mean, like if they wanted to teach what was their obvious level of expertise, great, but they could also do things that were really unexpected and show you some other talents that they had. So just because they're a restaurant doesn't mean they're going to be doing a cooking class.
Okay.
I have two additional questions, if I may, Meg. So one of our members is the Florentines. I'm just wondering, you mentioned the Florentines event tomorrow?
Yep. It's they call it France. It is a couple of performers, special performers, artists, and there's a harp. It's a someone's personal harpsichord accompanying the pieces that they've chosen. So it's yeah. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember some of the other descriptions, but
Yeah. I have that. I was just wondering if that's the same event that would happen.
Yeah, one of the, we didn't ask the people needed to create a new event. We didn't want to make it too difficult. So if they already had events that were going on during that time, they could use the event of their normal schedule and upload it, as long as they uploaded it during this period and it had that revenue component to it. That's all the criteria we really needed. We just wanted to drive more money and ticket sales for them.
So if I buy a ticket through them, they'll still get credit for this, through your program. So.
Well, the only credit that we don't check the ticket sales. The only thing that the credit, like in terms of our involvement, was the first 50. We gave the first 50 that uploaded with a timestamp to kick off the program. Those will get $1,000. The remaining events, every other event that beyond that first 50 is going to be entered into a random drawing to win one $5,000 prize. So that's an incentive for the rest of them to keep in there and keep hoping that they might be the 5,000 winner, but we're actually, committing the 1,000 to the first 50. We had no idea how it was going to work, so we wanted to incentivize people to upload their event.
I had a second question and follow up. So Rotary Club has a lot of members. Is it possible that we could, let them know this opportunity, or can they help in some way in one of the three things you just mentioned?
Well, I think if we could get people to look at this snack would be one thing, but I think we should probably put a link in our weekly email for the next few weeks at the very least.
That's what I was driving at, right?
Yeah. Okay. And Darren could mention it too at lunch on Tuesdays, that, they should check out the link and see what's going on, because I do think that we should help get the word out.
Yeah, a lot of great events.
Angie.
Meg, thanks for the presentation, and it's great. I've been active with a lot of the civic organizations and business organizations here in Bayview, and love Lazy Susan. But they coordinate a lot on KK. A lot of the businesses. There used to be a business association, but I think it's a bid, but now it's a loose. What kind of outreach are you doing? There's a Bayview Neighborhood Association. There's the Bayview Businesses on KK. And that's replicated a zillion times across the city. I just wonder, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel if you've already reached out to all of those entities?
A couple of ways that we reach out. Well, we have the 700 partners, which would include some of the Bayview partners, specifically Lazy Susan. We are in contact with AJ Dixon a lot, regularly, especially through COVID, because she took up the helm of the Milwaukee Independent Restaurant League presidency. So she talks with Peggy Williams-Smith, our CEO, frequently. So there's that, but we also sent out communication about this opportunity specifically to bids and neighborhood improvement districts. So we keep a list for communication purposes and communicate regularly with commercial areas, whatever their entity form is. They might be an official bid, or they might be just a volunteer business corridor. So Bayview is on that list. I think we have Patty on that list.
Patty.
Yeah. So
There's who Patty is.
well, so we specifically sent out promotion about this to the neighborhoods themselves.
Good.
But we need help. It's not exhaustive. So that's what we did do. But it's not necessarily exhaustive. So please feel free to help us tell the businesses, hey, go on this, see if this is for you.
Does it have to be a business that is a Bayview Community Center, for example? That's not.
Yeah. The only thing that we ask is that if they're not a partner of Visit Milwaukee, they can participate. But we do ask that they be a hospitality type of business.
Ah, okay. That's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
And do you have to be in the city of Milwaukee, or is it regional? Okay.
Regional. The people who are not in the city, not in Milwaukee County, are not eligible to win $5,000.
Okay.
So that would be the restriction. But we will host everybody. We're happy to host. This has been a crisis for the hospitality industry, and we mean to help the regional hospitality industry.
I've got one more comment if no one else does. I've been helping form the Wisconsin Office of Outdoor Recreation, which shares quite a bit of information about the Wisconsin Department of Tourism under Economic Development. And they have all kinds of links and assistance. If you're not on their listserv, you might want to check that out.
Is that through the state?
Yeah, and they have a lot of information about hospitality industry assistance, COVID management, and grants that are coming through. It's really
I'm just trying to get the organization. So that's through state tourism, right? The new outdoor rec office?
Yes, there's the state tourism, and then there's the division of outdoor rec. It's the Office of Outdoor Recreation, which is
a new one. It's new.
It is a new one. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make certain that we're connected. We are connected regularly to the state, but thank you for that. I just wanted to make certain we were talking about the same thing, because there was another thing I was going to say. I was going to connect up.
Yeah. Sounds like you're connected.
Yeah. So anything else from anyone?
No, I did. Our speaker next week is Angie, who's right here. And she'd sent me a little description that I didn't see before I jumped on. So just to look forward to hearing Angie next Thursday. And Angie is the Wisconsin Field Office Manager of the National Park Service's River Trails and Conservation Assistance Program. And she will share a bit about the program and projects in which the Park Service has been involved in the Milwaukee and Southeast Wisconsin area. And I met Angie back probably almost 10 years ago when we were working on the Milwaukee Rotary Centennial Arboretum and the zoning. And in fact, one of the things that we talk about along the Milwaukee River is we talk about preserving the view shed. And that's a word that Angie, I don't know if you developed it but you brought it to the conversation, that we're really protecting the view shed, not just the watershed, right?
I didn't coin the phrase. It's used in wild and scenic river planning with the Forest Service, BLM, and Park Service. But I did bring the concept to Milwaukee, yeah.
Yeah, so it was good. Are you still the only Park Service employee in Milwaukee or?
In Milwaukee, yeah, in Milwaukee. I'm co-located with Forest Service and Bureau of Land Management in the Gaslight Building downtown. And the closest Park Service official office where I have to go anytime I have computer IT problems, drive my little laptop to Madison, where the Ice Age Trail, National Scenic Trail was located. They've since created new offices in an old farm building near Cross Plains. So it's driving a little further, but that's the closest one. Then there's the Wild and Scenic Rivers up north, Namakogan and St. Croix. And then the North Country Trail. And those are the official units in Wisconsin.
Great. Well, if we don't have any more questions, Steve says, thank you, Meg, great presentation. And it was indeed, and I think that we all need to work on getting the word out on this really fun program, and hopefully we can be good partners.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank
you, Meg.